There's a sail on the flat. Sail on the flat.
That's a pair of slammers, boys.
Nice fish.
Reelin' in the Keys with host Captain George Clark Jr.
Welcome back to Reelin' in the Keys. I'm Captain George Clark Jr. and today we have something very special. This is the nighttime Reelin' in the Keys segment where we're going out with a friend of mine, Captain Kevin Jefferies, and I'm going to tell you what, guys, this is a very specialized fishery. We're going to target Kubera snapper at night, and Kevin's one of those guys that does a lot of it. So for bait.
Whole live lobsters.
Live lobsters, we're dropping them down to the bottom. These fish are anywhere from 20 pounds up to, what's the biggest one, 70, 80 pounds?
80 plus,
They're
yep.
freight trains, people. So stay with us. I hope you enjoy tonight because we are definitely going to have fun.
There's one, there's two, there's three. Now I'm cooking.
Hey, we could just call it quit.
Yeah, we got dinner.
Just cook these up. I guess that's the best part of doing this type of fishing and using these for baits is you can eat them.
Yay.
Come here, my friend. We want to take you fishing.
I didn't think it would be such a show.
Is that good?
Baits, yeah, that's good. Genuinely thought I would probably be getting all fresh baits.
Yeah.
And the guy I took last night came in and said, oh, just give me two. I just need enough for dinner. He paid for the baits. I just assumed he'd take them. All most guys do, right?
Right.
The guy's like, no, just give me two. I'm like, okay, so these are all freebies, if you will.
Hey, those are the best kind. Those taste the best, too.
That one's definitely going to taste better, George.
Well, after about a 45-minute run from our dock here in Key Largo, we're out on the Atlantic side. This right before dark is when we want to go do this. These fish are really nocturnal. That's when they're at their best, and that's when they're hungry and they're going to feed. And so we're going to figure our drifts out, and then once we've dialed that up a little bit, we don't want to just start dropping baits down there and taking a swing at it. We want to dial it in a little bit and know exactly where we're going, right?
We can mark them on the machine above the wreck. They'll be up there spawning, and then we can bring our baits up to the depth that they're located at and try and drift our baits right through the ball of Kuberas and get a bite, and hopefully we can put a big one in the boat.
Feed them a lobster sandwich. That's going to be fun to see. You know, do you feel when you drop these live lobsters down, I know that when we lobster and we catch them, they kind of kick and try to get away. Are they squeaking and are they making noise when they're down there?
Absolutely. I've put GoPro down before and watched them and watched what they do a little bit, and you know, they're moving around like anything else, any other kind of baits. At times they can be pretty chill and pretty relaxed, but they start to feel that predator coming up on them. They get excited. They get fired up. Yeah, and they start making noise. All right, and truthfully, you got them tied down to that big hook, and they probably don't have much of a chance if that snapper decides he wants to eat them. He's gonna have a bad day.
We'll let Kevin go to work here and figure out where we need to set up, and don't go anywhere because I feel like we're gonna get a big one tonight.
I hope so.
I feel it.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
We're gonna take the slightly smaller hook, not that it matters, the size, put it through between the eyes of the lobster, put the slightly larger hook in his tail, and ultimately put him down on about a 20 to 25 foot leader. Kind of my standard out here is about 32 ounces of lead, but that can change depending on how much current there is. Smallest legal size lobster I can get, basically.
And they'll survive hooking them like that for a while, so you know, just long enough.
I've tried many different things. I've zip tied them on there. I've electrical taped them on there, and you know what? That's just quick and easy and works just as good as anything. I've had as good a hookup ratio and good a success with that as anything I've tried.
Right.
So.
Okay. Oh, hey, easy there,
It
buddy.
usually fires them up a little.
I think that would probably fire most people up.
Yeah.
Look at he's
Stick a
cross-eyed now.
9-0 between his eyes. Fire me up too.
Wait a minute, we're wrapped up a little.
Yeah, we'll get unwrapped as long as. Yeah, we're at now. We're at. Obviously, handling lobsters is a little different than bait that we normally handle.
Yeah, it's not like throwing your average shrimp on a jig head.
A little more to it.
Awesome. Anything that's willing to eat a lobster like that is scary because that's all hard shell on the outside. So you know what kind of crushing power and big giant teeth you have to penetrate that shell. And they just munch them up like, I don't know, a Dorito.
We've got all rigged up. We're ready to do our first drift. We're going to get in position in front of the wreck and start doing our drift across it. And I'll try to fling them out to the end of my leader, just keep them stretched out. And we'll ultimately want to check the drag, George.
Okay.
I run it tight.
What do we want? Lock it up?
Almost locked up. Like we're running 100-pound braid mains, 130-pound mono leaders.
How fast are you dropping this?
As fast, there's enough current, you should be able to let her buck.
Okay.
We'll know for sure after we do one, but there's quite a bit of current. There's enough current that I think you should be able to just drop her. I'm just lightly fingering it.
Going down.
Or as I like to say, George, going down. We're gonna need about 30 cranks, George, up.
Okay.
We get 25 feet of leader. With that, with that lobster hanging down below our lead for the most part. And, this wreck comes up 25 or 30 feet. So, and it's an expensive rig. You don't want to lose them. I've lost a bunch in the last couple of days. Between the lead, the hooks, and a lobster, these rigs are $35 or $40 a piece. So you want to do your best not to drag them on the bottom if you can. We'll go right across the top of the wreck here. Our drift looks exactly where we want it to be. We're going to have some marks on the bottom machine right now. There they are. Let's go there. We can always tighten it up if we need to. Yeah, so we're winding them up. We're going to come back around in front of the wreck and do another drift. So I picked up the lobsters this afternoon, and gentleman Adam Hill of the Key Largo Fisheries was telling me a story that his grandfather at one time took 2 live lobsters and he put one in his bathtub full of salt water and he put one on his kitchen floor. And the one in the bathtub in the salt water was dead the next morning. And the one he put on his kitchen floor was still walking around 6 days later. So when I pick these baits up, I bring them, I just put them on some wet newspaper on top of ice, cool them down, keep them damp, bring them, put them in the live well, and they're pretty feisty when we put them on the hook. They're as good as when they come out of the water, in my opinion.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy. So I brought a couple local characters out here one night to try and catch a Kubera snapper, and we came out and had a pretty solid night of fishing. But the interesting part of the story was one rod was under the boat, so I picked up the line, carried it out around the motors, while the guy carried the rod over to the other side. And as that happened, I'm carrying the line. There he is. Pulls it out of my hand. I'm like, hold on to the rod, hold on tight. And we get a bite as he's carrying the rod across. Well, it almost pulls him out of the boat. He gets it over to the other side, gets it set in the rod holder, and long story short, up comes like a 46-pound snapper. And this young guy's like, oh my God, this is amazing. So after this happens, then Captain Ryan Kickle decides, well, he wants to hold the rod to catch one. He proceeds to go 0 for 7 on bites because he just can't hold the rod tight enough. He can't get a hook set. There's a lot to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he goes 0 for 7. Meanwhile, the other guys on the boat each catch one. I think we've got 3 in the boat at this time. And he goes to the bait well and he's got the last blue crab and it's dead. And it kind of like a kid who you stole his lunch money. The look on his face, oh, I probably ain't gonna eat this one. There's a live one down there. But he puts it on and puts it out. And that's the only double header I've ever had. We ended up getting one on the first blue crab, the live one, and I throttled the boat to set the hook. And as soon as we came off the throttle, one ate the other dead one. And they come up, it was in this boat, and they come up in between the tunnel. And I was like,
wow.
oh, you guys got the same fish, or you're tied together,
Right.
something's going on. I'm like, Ryan, dump your drag. I start reaching down, I pull this one out from underneath the boat, and as soon as I pull it out, I realize there's no other hooks in it. So I lock your drag, run over their side, pull this out, and we get two 30-pounders, one on each side. And they were both come up underneath the tunnel.
So Kevin, tell me a little bit about the bycatch. Like when you're doing this Kubera snapper fishing, there's other things that you may catch along the way. Let's talk about that.
Really, there is almost no bycatch for two reasons. Number one, the size and type of bait that we're using. There's not a lot of fish that are capable of eating it. So that reduces the bycatch, number one. Number two, the other thing that reduces the bycatch, these fish are in here spawning and they're super territorial. And they chase almost everything else off of this wreck.
Wow.
Even the sharks, which that's where the benefit side comes. In all the years I've been doing it, I think I've only ever had 2 of these fish eaten by sharks because even the sharks have been chased out of here.
Wow. Slammer bite, rod bent over, started pulling line and he came off. And I guess that's part of the game when you're doing that. They're very sloppy eaters. I think they get a running start and they just slam it and try to go wherever they're gonna go. But that, really good bite and we just pulled them off. So it's about 9:30 now, 9:45, and we think that it's game time now. I think they're gonna start to chew, huh?
And the moon comes up in the next half hour, so that can't hurt us. I don't know, how we talked about this earlier. We don't know how directly related that is, but it certainly can't hurt us any.
No.
So the moon rise is around 10, so that's coming up shortly.
So Kevin, since this is such a specialized fishery, how did you get into it? I mean, what made you want to come out here and spend the time to learn how to do this?
I come down, met some really good people. There's a lot of good people in the Florida Keys, and I met some locals, and one of them by the name of Justin Hahn. I started fishing with him quite a bit. Justin Hahn lives up in behind Key Largo Fisheries.
Okay.
And he kind of become a good friend of mine. We did a lot of nighttime yellowtailing.
Sure.
And we dialed that in pretty good, and I still do that trip regularly, as you know. And anyway, we got pretty good at it. I don't want to, toot my own horn, but we got to the point that Justin's dad came out to me one night after we'd cut our limit 3 nights in a row of flag yellowtails, and we'd been doing it for 2 summers. But we got to the point that Justin's dad came out to me one night after we'd cut our limit 3 nights in a row of flag yellowtails, and we'd been doing it for 2 summers. And his dad looked at me and said, Kevin, if I have to eat one more yellowtail, you got to try to catch something else. And he said, Kevin, you should go catch a Kubera snapper. He's like, do you know?
So what you're saying is it was a challenge.
Yeah, kind of. He's like, do you know in 1972, I caught a 72-pound Kubera snapper on a pilchard. And I've taken a minute to absorb this. I'm like, what did you say? He's a 72-pound snapper? And he's like, yeah, Kevin, I caught one. He said, I'll tell you how to do it. You get some lobsters and you call me and I'll tell you where to go and what to do. It so happened that mini lobster season landed on the July moon. So I go out and get 24 lobsters with my family. I come in, I phone his son, and I'm like, I've got a dozen I'm willing to risk. What do you say? We want to go try it? Weather was beautiful, just like it is tonight. We come out here, don't know where we're going. His dad tells me, you figure out how to rig a lobster. That's up to you, Kevin. You'll figure that out. There's no doubt in my mind. He's like, here's where you got to go. You go a couple hundred feet of water off Ocean Reef, hold up your fingers at the end of your hand.
Right.
Put the lights of Ocean Reef on one side and the other lights of the city on the other side, and you're going to be on the spot. And I'm like, we're going to drive 25 miles by boat to go try and find a spot like this? Away we went.
That's how they did it back then.
First drift, never marked anything. Second drift, never marked anything. Third drift, marked the wreck, found the spot. Fourth drift, caught a 42-pound Kubera snapper.
Rest is
True
history.
story. That's the only one we got that night, the only bite we got that night. But that was the first one that started
That
it all.
hooked you.
That
hooked you.
Done,
That got you.
done. A 40-pound snapper.
And that's how things happen. That's what hooks a fisherman and gets them excited to come out here and spend the time to learn this kind of fishing. Fish on, fish on.
Oh, you got a lot of drag on that thing. It's going to be a good one, George. I can tell you right now. I know you got a lot of drag on it. So you can get him in the boat. It's going to be a good one.
I'm going to fight him.
Whoa. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I think you got 8, maybe? There you go, stop. Such a slow old school ride.
It's all right.
No, this is him. There's no doubt in my mind. I was worried you got 8. The way he was taking
What a
drag.
run, though. Holy.
I told you they're freight trains.
I'm telling you.
This is a good one, though. I can tell you right now. The way he took drag, this is a good fish. This is a big one. This is a big fella, George. You got him stopped now. You should be, in theory, you should be all right.
Woo. Tell you what, there's no doubt when you get a bite with one of these fish. It's like hooking an old Buick going down the highway. And boy, it took, I don't know, 100 yards of line. And this is heavy drag. This isn't like light tackle fishing. This is heavy. Let's put the boots to him, get this sucker up. And he still just dumped it.
There's the boy. Good news is we're well past the wreck now, George. We should be safe for structure.
Whew. I'll tell you what a fish. What a bite. I've hooked a lot of fish over the years. I'm telling you, that's like hooking a car. Now what I'm doing, I'm holding the rod out off the boat because these fish, when you get them straight up and down, they try to get up underneath the boat sometimes. So, you know, in that case, if you're fighting a big fish like this, make sure that line's out away from the boat. There he goes. He's doing a loop, you know. They
Circle
do
of death.
that big circle of death.
Starting to see color, just a little.
I saw a flash.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You let me know. You want me to help you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
See the bars on him? He's barred
Oh,
up.
he's barred out.
Oh, he's trying to fight. Come on. He's trying to get under that tunnel. Come on. Oh, I don't want to wreck your thing. Oh, come on.
You gotta let him slip it out. You can. I'll back the drag off a little
I'm
bit.
gonna have to let him sink a little. I'm not happy about it. Oh, it's a good one.
Now you want to see what we caught, fellas? This is a big boy.
That's the real deal, George.
This guy, oh, well, look how we had him too.
Both hooks in
He
the head.
wasn't getting off. He had one buried in his nose.
Watch those teeth.
Where's that other hook at?
It's there. It's on the floor, so you're okay.
All right, look at that. This is why you don't reach in there to get your hook out, because you might lose a hand. You just never know.
You able to get that hook out? You want pliers, George?
He's buried.
I'm glad. I'm good with that, George.
Woo! Kevin, we missed a bite right off the bat, and he pulled a little drag and he came off. The second one crushed a lobster, and the third time's a charm, my
Stuck.
man.
Third one stuck.
Third time is a charm. Look at the size of those fangs. Just imagine having that grab onto your arm. I'll tell you what, anything that can eat lobster and crunch them up like a shrimp and swallow them is a really nasty fish. And that's him, folks, Kubera snapper here in the Florida Keys. Thanks, Kevin. I'll tell you what, buddy.
You're welcome, George.
I'm not doing it again, though. I did it. We came, we saw, we conquered. And I'll tell you what, folks, get out here, plan a trip well in advance so you can get out and do this kind of fishing. But remember, Kevin does all sorts of different types of fishing. So This is a real personalized type of deal. Well, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. We caught what we came to catch. Took a little while, a few drifts, and I'll tell you what, finished off a great time, Kevin. Awesome, dude, awesome, had a great time. Guys, if you enjoyed what you saw tonight, make sure you tune in next week for another awesome edition of Reeling in the Keys.
There's a place out on the ocean, ain't on a map anywhere. The captain's looking at the water, he knows exactly where to steer. No internet or Wi-Fi towers, all that stress is gone. The lines just went in the water, and somebody yells, "Fish on!" And it's just another day, reeling in the Keys. We got that fishing feeling, there's no place we'd rather be. We're a million miles from nowhere, but we ain't lost at sea. Just living life, living the dream, reeling in the Keys.